The 13-year-old girl was dropped off at Radio City Music Hall by a friend as she wanted to attend the MTV Video Music Awards back in 2000, according to the lawsuit.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already.
All of this was uncovered during that raid on Diddy's Miami compound back in 2024.
A new court leak is causing a major stir online, allegedly the leaked documents mention Jay-Z being linked to Diddy's alleged free coughs. These are tied to the original accusations against Diddy.
It is a new hour here on Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay-Z is accused of a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit, and the new allegations are just coming out this evening. Jay-Z is being accused of a minor along with Diddy at a MTV VMAs after party back in 2000, according to documents obtained by Fox News Digital tonight. The lawsuit, which was initially filed back in October, was refiled tonight in New York by an anonymous accuser claiming Jay-Z, whose full name is Sean Carter, while Combs and Celebrity B watched. So that other celebrity was not named. Initially, the lawsuit stated Combs raped a minor while Celebrity A and Celebrity B watched. Carter was named as Celebrity A in the refiled lawsuit. Representatives for Jay-Z did not immediately respond to Fox News' digital request for comment. Combs and Carter allegedly, quote, took turns assaulting the minor, according to the lawsuit. Many others were present at the after party but did nothing to stop the assault, it alleges. The 13-year-old girl was dropped off at Radio City Music Hall by a friend as she wanted to attend the MTV Video Music Awards back in 2000, according to the lawsuit. In an attempt to gain entry to the venue, she began approaching limousine drivers waiting outside the celebrity-filled event. One of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for Diddy, the lawsuit read. He told her that Combs liked younger girls and said that, quote, she fit what Diddy was looking for, not allowing her into the awards, but inviting her to an after party. The 13-year-old, quote, recognized many celebrities upon arrival at the party and was required to sign a non-disclosure agreement. However, she was not given a copy. Combs, who would have been 30 years old at the time, then allegedly attempted to force the girl to perform oral sex on him. He stopped after she hit him in the neck, according to the lawsuit here. So now Jay-Z being accused in this now 24 years ago of being a 13-year-old alongside Diddy at an after party here. So these are the newest allegations rocking the music world this evening, and we wanted to bring that to your attention all right here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, we will continue to follow this major story as the Diddy saga continues, and now more celebrities getting caught up in it here. These new allegations rocking Hollywood and the music industry as we speak right now.
Nothing has been proven yet, but the internet is buzzing. People believe this kind of information doesn't just appear without reason, and many think Jay-Z and Diddy have more in common than they let on.
He used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z. This is back in the early 2000s. And one day, Asner, Kushner, Diddy, and myself went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z. I've never been a Jay-Z fan, like some of his music, the whole 9 yards. But when we went over to the, I think that was Prudential Center in Newark, and him and Puff met up, it was strange to me. Because I remember what Puff was trying to do. And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other. Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying? You could tell that the people in power had gave that reign to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key, that low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is, and was rambunctious, you know, just out with it. It don't mean that they're not two of the same.
The leaked info is serious, allegedly suggesting Jay-Z might have been involved in some way. While nothing is confirmed, it's got everyone. Talking people always suspected that more big names would eventually be dragged into the case.
The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock.
Now people are asking, did Beyonce and Jay-Z know about Diddy's relationships and what was really happening behind the scenes? Some sources claim they might have known more, and they admitted allegedly they were spotted at private parties and events with Diddy over the years, and some even say they were close friends. Of course, just being around doesn't prove they knew everything, but the question still stands. If these rumors are true, how much did they really know?
On top of that, these two were connected to Aaliyah and R. Kelly, who were married when Aaliyah was only 15. Dame Dash, who co-founded Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z and dated Aaliyah when she was actually of age, said he thought it was morally wrong for Jay-Z to do a collab album with R. Kelly when he did. Dame said, "It's morally wrong to do a project with someone that we know my girl or anybody for that matter." He also said Jay-Z tried getting with Aaliyah too.
I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. And then she, like, it got brought up, and I was like, "F we are," but it never worked out for them, and we were both like trying to get at her. I like kind of eased up, but then we ran into each other. It's a long story.
So you and Jay was both getting at Aaliyah. Obviously,
everybody was getting at Aaliyah, bro.
Right.
So there undoubtedly was some shady stuff going down in their circle, as both Diddy and R. Kelly were friends with Jay, and it's possible Jay knew some of the stuff that was going down. By 2007, Jay-Z and Diddy had been friends for a while, and at a performance at Screamfest, Diddy could be seen smacking Jay's butt a couple of times. Now, I personally don't think this holds that much weight in these theories like some other people do. Lots of friends tend to joke with each other like this, but to be fair, Diddy has been a little bit liberal in some of his jokes. However, 50 Cent took this as an opportunity, as he always does, to clown on the two. It's hard to say how good of friends Diddy and Jay-Z are, but they have been seen together hanging out over the years plenty, so it's safe to assume they are at the very least well acquainted. That's why when all of this news began coming out against Diddy lately, people pointed out how quiet Jay-Z was. Also, if you're unaware of what happened with Diddy somehow, I made a whole video on it, so you guys can check that out if you want to. But basically, Diddy was caught racketeering, essaying multiple people, and things along those lines. He was indicted and actually has over 100 lawsuits against him. So Jay-Z's silence on this matter has had a lot of people looking at him sideways. 50 Cent even made a joke about it, as he always does, on his Instagram, saying, "Anybody seen Jay?" Puff said he ain't been answering his phone. He's commented more in interviews saying that people who aren't talking about it are probably scared because they were involved.
Apparently, more details could be released soon, so people are watching this closely, with more celebrities rumored to be named in the trial. The spotlight is only getting bigger, child, so...
Dallas Austin, this well-known music producer who dated Combs' ex Kim Porter, Britney Spears, of course, one of the most well-known pop stars of all time. To hear them there, Mina, that's not a surprise to you, right?
No, this is the lifestyle that Diddy lived. You know, he had parties. A-listers were at his parties. He was very well known. He had money. There's a charisma to him. He's the life of the party, right? He attracts people to him. We talked about this on the network. You don't become this larger than life mogul by not having some kind of charisma to you, people skills. So people of A-list stature were constantly around, and we're learning from the trial that they witnessed the But from what we're hearing, and to your point, they weren't necessarily a part of the sexual part of these parties, which is the freak-offs that lasted, some of them, up to 4 days, according to Cassie's testimony. What artist in their prime has 4 days to be locked up in a hotel, participating in a freak-off? Certainly not Britney Spears, I'll tell you that. So it's one of those things where he was around a lot of artists, a lot of A-listers and celebrities, but a lot of them, from what I suspect, were not a part of these freak-offs. They might have maybe been aware of them or heard about them, but in terms of participation, we haven't seen one celebrity say, I've participated in a freak-off. I don't think we're ever going to hear that if they in fact did, to be honest.
And here's the thing, we don't know the witness list. Like, the witness list is sealed, so we don't know exactly who's going to testify. But when you mention the celebrities, when we're talking about Dallas Austin, Britney Spears, and the people that are around them, I wonder if this goes to a legal point. You mentioned Cassie, so she's signed to Bad Boy Records, 19 years old. She had the hit single Me and You, 2006. She says she had a contract to do multiple albums, that Combs was in control of her career, her public image, her finances. And if you're thinking about sex and you're thinking about control and power and using force, fraud, coercion to induce somebody to do these things, to have celebrities around, right? Celebrities, you would think, oh my gosh, at such a young age, the connections I can make, stick with me, I can help you go places. Do you think this helps the prosecution's case the more they talk about the celebrities that was in his orbit?
We're now in the second week of Sean Diddy. Combs' federal trial in Manhattan, and the courtroom has been packed with intense testimonies and shocking, loud. The case focused on sex racketeering and conspiracy charges has brought key witnesses to the stand, revealing disturbing claims that stretch back over 20 years. More evidence is also surfacing about his alleged freak-offs.
A series of shocking pics released by the Department of Justice halfway through week 2 of Sean Diddy Combs' trial for sex trafficking and racketeering, charges he denies.
Even the judge has made mention of not wanting this to be a case sort of built on gossip, but really making sure that these jurors are hearing the meat and potatoes of what we're here for. And that's the criminal enterprise, racketeering, sex trafficking, and making sure that we're hearing information that somehow lead to all of those things.
All of this was uncovered during that raid on Diddy's Miami compound back in 2024. Firearms and ammo, bondage kits, sex toys, male performance enhancers, a plethora of stripper heels, an alarming amount of baby oil and lube, and all allegedly used in Diddy's so-called freak-offs.
A former personal assistant of Sean Combs from 2007 to 2009 wrapped up his testimony today. And part of what he described is seeing Sean Combs, he says, frequently using because of these freak-offs. The personal assistant, sometimes he said he had to get supplies for the hotel. He said oftentimes the hotel would be under Sean Combs' alias Frank Black, and that he had to provide underwear, clothing, applesauce, Jello, Fiji water. These were things that were expected to be in the room that Combs was used to having, that his personal assistant said he would provide. Also interesting to note, he said early on he would expense some of those things, the Jello and the Fiji water and things, on the bad boy account. But he said when it came to the Astroglide, the condoms, and things of that nature, he would get reimbursed in cash, almost as if there was no record of those types of things. And more specifically, when it came to the Astroglide, the condoms, and baby oil, he said he would be reimbursed in cash. I think so much of what came out of that civil lawsuit and these freak-offs and this idea that, again, Cassie Ventura saying she was forced into these situations and that she really didn't want to partake in them, even in her closing statement Friday saying, I would give the $20 million back if it meant I never had to take part in a freak-off. This is how she ended her testimony. So it is a big part of the case in reference to this notion that she was forced into it. And remember, the criminal enterprise and the racketeering, according to that indictment, is about him using force and threats and arson and all of these things, they said, for his sexual desires. So that's why I think a lot of what we're hearing are these details from escorts, from people who not just people that were taking part in that